Is OpenAI's old Swarm framework suddenly back from the dead, or is this actually the beginning of something way bigger? The multi-agent AI explosion. If you've been surfing on X lately, you've definitely seen all this hype. Everyone's posting wild demos of agents automating everything from code reviews, research, full workflows, and these posts are blowing up with thousands of likes. But let me clear the air right away. There is no new Swarm update here in November of 2025. Swarm, that experimental lightweight orchestration framework that OpenAI launched back in 2024, was actually deprecated here in March of 2025. So why is everyone suddenly talking about this again? Well, stick around and find out, because what's really piling on all this hype is actually OpenAI's AgentKit and the much bigger agentic AI wave that's taking over. Swarm was OpenAI's 2024 prototype, a tiny, dead simple way to link together stateless agents in under 100 lines of code using their old chat completions API. It was great for tinkering with these multi-agent ideas, but it never had the muscle for real production work. No built-in memory, no tracing, none of the guardrails modern agent systems need. So in March of 2025, OpenAI officially shelved this idea and pointed everyone towards their Agent SDK as their upgrade. But then they introduced something called AgentKit. Launched on October 6th at Dev Day 2025, AgentKit is basically the grown-up evolved version of what people wish Swarm had become. Production-ready, powerful, and actually built for serious workflows. You've got the Agent Builder, a visual drag-and-drop interface where you can chain together planners, executors, retrievers. It's almost like building with Lego blocks. ChatKit lets you drop those agents directly into your apps. In the connector registry, over 200 plug-and-play integrations from Dropbox, Teams, CRMs, DevTools, the entire ecosystem. Then November comes in swinging with the RFT beta for custom reasoning, and suddenly O4 Mini is testing 30% more token efficient. And unlike Swarm's barebone handoffs, AgentKit actually brings you all the safety that you would expect in this day and age. We have things like high masking, jailbreak detection, and built-in evals so you can actually trace and score your agent's performance. And the real kicker is, real companies are already using this in production in their company workflows. For example, take Klarna, the payment processor, which is automating 2/3 of their support tickets. Ramp cut iteration cycles by 70%. This is starting to feel like the first agent toolkit that's actually ready for scale. Now zoom out for a second. This isn't just about one tool. It's the multi-agent boom defining 2025. AI teams are taking over. Where one AI agent couldn't do all the work on its own, now we have multiple agents collaborating together like real teams to get the job done. A November 10th archive paper spells it out for us. When you use ant colony style optimization across LLM swarms, they converge on solutions way faster. The catch is compute overhead. But that's exactly where the new wave of models, especially GPT-5's multi-model stack, is stepping in, making these swarms smarter and more efficient instead of just brute forcing everything. And if you've been on X, you've definitely seen the receipts. Jensen's swarm sampling approach boosting quant trading rewards by 94%. All of this is pulling hundreds of likes and real traction, because yeah, it's cool, but more than that, it's practical. McKinsey's calling it the top frontier of tech, and competitors aren't sitting still either. Anthropic's MPC ecosystem has exploded with 200 plus open tools in 6 months, giving us devs a more flexible open source approach compared to OpenAI's AgentKit's more defined design approach. Agents are slipping into all of it. And the wild part is, these ecosystems are getting polished enough that mid to senior level developers can actually build and ship real things today. So what does this mean for you as a developer? 2 words: massive upside. Agents are already on track to 10x your productivity. In fact, we're already seeing this. But here's the flip side. All this hype does come with some real pitfalls. We're in this 30-day AI war cycle where everyone's shipping fast, sometimes too fast, which means more bugs, more hallucinations, and more scaling issues slipping through the cracks. If you scroll through X, you'll see a lot of devs arguing non-stop about things like vendor lock-in with platforms like AgentKit versus open standards like MCP. In multi-agent systems, they produce huge traces, handoffs, sub-decisions, retries, planning steps. Latency blows up. Looking ahead to 2026, AI agents aren't going away, and we know this. They're shaping up to be a new layer of UI that can handle pretty much about anything. And the competitive landscape is heating up fast. Open source players like DeepSeek and Ulma 3 could genuinely outpace OpenAI in some areas. Even Meta dropping $70 billion on CapEx is a huge tell. They're betting on the same agent-driven future. For developers, this points to something so much bigger: actual agent economies, where swarms are not only building, but they're actually maintaining with no real downtime. What's the takeaway of all this? Start experimenting now, because this isn't hype that fades. This is hype that's really accelerating, especially in this new agentic AI wave. AgentKit isn't Swarm reborn. No, it's the upgrade. It's the engine that's driving this whole multi-agent wave, and it's powering the hype here in 2025 that's going to turn into real wins for developers. Are these agents going to replace your job or supercharge it? I think the latter. They're going to supercharge it, but you let us know in the comments. We'll see you guys in another video.